Hello Minties, Astonishing Melanie here, and today I'll be reviewing the hardcover of Guardians of the Galaxy by Donny Cates, so please stay tuned. And welcome back. This book collects Donny Cates' run of issues 1 through 12 on Guardians of the Galaxy along with annual number 1. The art on issues 1 through 6 is done by Jeff Shaw, and Corey Smith does the pencils on issues 7 through 12. Released on January 6, it retails for $34.99. So let's start with a no spoiler review. I'll include a timestamp in the description below for you to skip the spoilers and jump to the art, which will have no spoilers if you want to do so. And the final gauntlet, issues 1 through 6, Thanos' brother Eros, also known as Star Fox, graciously invites all the heroes to hear Thanos' last will and testament. How nice. The respect and, dare I say, jealousy of Eros for his brother shines through as he presents it. I mean, Thanos is inevitable, right? Pretty difficult to follow in those footsteps. Thanos declares he has uploaded his consciousness into somebody, another person, and let the games begin to find and kill him or her. And Eros points out who's the most obvious? Gamora. Peter and Groot are getting on each other's nerves since it's just the two of them left, but that is soon remedied when he inadvertently yet heroically picks up a new crew. Just, that's how Peter rolls. He's endearing while he's trying to be cool, and sometimes genuinely cool, like this instance. The Guardians race to find Gamora in time with battles within their ranks and against those who would end Gamora's life. In the annual, we get a preview of the plan of the Universal Church of Truth's leaders as he works with Cosmos the dog, who's adorable. 3 characters receive a mini-story treatment. You've got Richard Rider, Nova. He discusses with Quasar his lack of faith after he again witnesses, genocide. Adam Warlock falls out of a black hole down into a planet of underdeveloped race. And Darkhawk endures an existential crisis. So in the last 6 issues, named Faithless, the Universal Church of Truth time travels from the future to the present day and steals the will to live, the life essence, practically, of the whole Nova Corps. Why would you send practically all of the Corps against one mysterious and seemingly uber dangerous enemy? I don't know, that didn't make sense. But anyway, who am I kidding? I'd probably do the same thing if I were commander. And that's why I'm not a commander. Anyway, Peter receives a message from his father, and the crew sets off to save him from the church. Love how Cates points out that no one discusses the mission. Peter doesn't ask, they just do it. It's loyalty, it's about family and people on whom you can depend. Now it's spoiler time, so hit that timestamp if you'd like to jump ahead to the art. So back to the final gauntlet storyline. The Black Order attacks in order to retrieve Thanos' body. Some of the heroes that were thrown from the ship fall into a black hole, while Peter Quill picks up the rest. And in order for the Nova Corps to keep them from detaining them for questioning, he declares that they are now his crew. And that includes Beta Ray Bill and Moondragon, Viola Vell, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Cosmic Ghost Rider, who doesn't stay, along with Groot and others like Nova as the issues progress. So who would logically bring back Thanos? Hela, goddess of death. However, the Black Order asks Hela to reconsider and not tear Thanos away from his one true love. So why would they help Hela? Is it because she's persuasive? I didn't quite understand that part. I like how for a couple of issues, Peter is meh, whatever, and Groot has to pull a mutiny in order to get his butt in gear and go find Gamora. The main players in the search to kill Gamora are Wraith and Nebula, Gladiator, and the Cosmic Ghost Rider, because he went over to the other side. It seems Peter dies saving Gamora, but the literal first page of issue 5 reveals he was just wearing his armor. Of course, why wouldn't you wear it before when Gamora stabbed you? Why not wear it before and forevermore? They have to save Gamora, who was taken to Hela, who in turn reveals that Eros is the one who was implanted with the consciousness of Thanos. Gotta make that tough moralistic choice about killing Eros, right? Nope. Gamora doesn't hesitate. Peter's the one that screams no, and then offers sympathy to Gamora after, losing her uncle to the Mad Titan. But he doesn't mention it after that. And I understand that there's not a lot of room for details and character building in a 6-issue story arc, and 12 total. I suppose it means I like it if I just want more, right? What we've got here in this format is more of the cool one-liners and action-packed fights. In the story Faithless, Peter discovers that his father is the leader of the Universal Church of Truth. We never find out exactly why or how, which that bothered me. He wants to save the future by defeating death with a resurrected Messiah and army. And he needs the life force and the essence of people, the faith, to fuel this plan. Rocket is on the ship now, and he decides to help save the galaxy because he's already dying, so what else does he have to lose? We read Rocket's backstory as he explains to Moondragon that she basically doesn't know what pain is. And at first it struck me as overdramatic. How long is Rocket going to feel sorry for himself? I look up to him because he doesn't give up, and if it were another character, he would be yelling at them, slapping them, and be like, "Get up, you bum." But if he didn't give in to self-pity, have a weak moment, then there would be no room for character growth, right? In the terrific ending. And let me just say, if I was in his shoes, I'd definitely be like, "You don't know what pain is," and giving into self-pity. We're introduced to Rocket's cool mecha suit before Peter's father shows him his master plan of resurrecting a Messiah and an army to save the future from death. And the Messiah? Drax. Dun dun dun! Rocket, Groot, and Moondragon recruit the Magus, the evil future version of Adam Warlock, who is now reformed. Off they go to fight with quips from Rocket, and the Magus gets one too. They also have to fight the brainwashed heroes that were captured, and I wish I knew how they were brainwashed, even just like a throwaway line. I guess it's the fact that the church has a connection with their life force that, sure, let's control their brains. A MacGuffin saves the day. Groot's sentient splinters rescue Rocket from his destroyed mech so that the church can lose, in his words, not to a raccoon, but to an engineer. I really like that part. He frees the heroes, Moondragon heals the mind of Drax, and Groot transforms his body into a mech for Rocket. And my favorite line of the book, Drax regains consciousness, and the first thing he says to Rocket is, "You look so stupid." The church is hurled back to the future, and we are shown the, hey, guess what? Thanos is the death that they were trying to destroy. I honestly didn't think about who this death character was, so I didn't see that coming. Maybe I was thinking it was like the heat death of the universe theory. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Stop heat death, stop entropy. That's a feat. Rocket's in the hospital at the end. He's going to be just fine. When Rocket asks what they have been doing for the past year, we're treated with 4 nice double-page spreads of the events. And Rocket finally accepts their love and help, and everything is right with the world. Now that I've given a summary of the story along with my thoughts, let's take a look at the art. So let's crack this baby open. Take a look at these gorgeous, vibrant colors by Marte Gracia. Issues 1 through 3. Gracia was responsible for the colors. Great use of shadow in these panels where Peter is arguing with Groot about shaving off all these splinters. We've got the awesome splash pages to place you in the setting. Heroic stances. And Howard the Duck, which unfortunately has no role, but it's nice to see him. David Curiel takes over as colorist for the rest of the issues, coherent with the colors of Garcia, however, I think maybe just not as bright. Here's a great example of Corey Smith's facial expressions for Groot. He must have had a lot of fun just posing all of the superheroes in action shots because there's just so many characters in this book, right? You've got plenty of opportunities to do so. Very creepy horror movie-esque cover right here. I definitely felt in these couple of pages the tension, the urgency, the dire need to get out of there right now, as displayed in Moondragon's face. One of the things I really like about Corey Smith's art is that he treats each character as a distinct individual. There's no copy and pasting here with the amount of characters he's working with. Kudos. And last but not least, the variants. We've got Ron Lim and Israel Sylvia, Steve Schroess and Jason Keith, Venomized Groot and Rocket there. Kind of cute, kind of disturbing. Before I give my score, I'd like to conclude with what I didn't enjoy and what I enjoyed. A few plot holes were annoying. Also, I felt like characters were kind of shoved into places. But that didn't stop the flow of the story, and I didn't have to stop and say, what's going on? I wish Moondragon and Violet Veil had more personality than just being worried about each other. Are you okay? I love you. Are you okay? I'm worried about my wife. All right. But Moondragon was a really cool fighter. I love the way she fights. Finally, I couldn't help but having the movies in the back of my head since I watched them before reading Guardians, and I got the same sense of loyalty and family, a balance of adventure with humor, which I loved. You need heart to pull off a story like this. So I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Your turn, Minties. What are your thoughts on the art and the story? Who's your favorite Guardian? Comment below. Consider supporting us on Patreon to help us make high quality content. Thank you to those who already do. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this review. Thank you for watching and stay geeky. Until the next time. Rude. Back to the... So in the same vein of that inevitability...